setting up for it. You may have seen those white tents as well down the street when we were going by. They also own a big parking lot over there, and they put these tents up. The Greek Festival is a lot of fun. They do dancing. They do all kinds of amazing Greek food. So I love going to the Greek Festival every year. I've actually heard it's the third biggest Greek festival in the United States, which is pretty cool. Like I mentioned, out here we have a lot of train history. It was just north of here, Promontory, where the finest spike, or the Golden Spike ceremony took place. This was a pretty big deal in American history, the completion of the Transcontinental Railroad. Before this, it was pretty difficult to get across the United States, which will come into play with our Mormon pioneer story that we'll get to a little bit down the road. But it was also difficult to move goods. It was difficult to move information. And so before that, you had things like the Pony Express pop up, these rugged cowboys on their horses crossing the American West with mail. Actually, we had a Pony Express station out here. We have a monument that we'll go by a little bit later. So this Transcontinental Railroad, this was a big deal for the United States to finally have this railroad that went across the entire United States. When they finished the Transcontinental Railroad, of course they continued to build railroads. But some of those railroad jobs started to dry up a bit. So there were some folks who ended up sticking around who worked on the railroads for mining jobs out here. And it was around that time too that we had a lot of folks migrating out here for mining jobs. So we actually had a pretty diverse population in this greater Salt Lake Valley area because of the railroads and then because of the mining jobs. A lot of those populations were actually a bit isolated from the downtown area. They were out near the mine that's in the Oquirrh Mountains. So there were a lot of sort of these mining towns that would pop up that had these really diverse populations. But in the Salt Lake area, we actually had a lot of our Greek population settled in this area. So here on the driver's side, this is one of our federal courthouses. Salt Lake City is actually not that large of a city. If you look at Salt Lake City proper, we're about 200,000 people. Once you start looking at the greater Salt Lake area, kind of all the suburbs that feed into Salt Lake, you're looking at about 1 million people. So even that isn't that large compared to many other metropolitan areas in the United States. But we are a hub for the federal government, so we have a few federal courthouses. This one on the driver's side is not super popular. It doesn't really fit in with the skyline really well. It looks to be like a post-apocalyptic castle or something. But it does have its own unique beauty. Here on the driver's side, we have another one of our courthouses. So this one's built in more of the classical style. In fact, I used to teach middle school Latin and mythology. I used pictures of this as an example of Roman Greek influence in American architecture. Quite beautiful. It is under construction right now. It's been under construction since 2020. I drive by here several times a week. I think I've seen people working on it 4 times. So I don't know when they're planning on finishing that construction, but I'm hoping sometime soon.
Next time we come back.
Yeah, maybe next time you're here. Oh, the volume? Yeah. Can we turn the volume up a little bit? Maybe. Is that better? No difference? Is that better now?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, so it is quite a beautiful building. But coming up here on our passenger side, this is our 3rd federal courthouse. So we do get a lot of federal cases that are tried out here. You may be able to see already, if you are look on the passenger side and across the street a little bit in front of us, our City Hall and our County Municipal Building. This is actually quite a spectacular building. It was finished in 1894, which if you think about Salt Lake City in 1894, we were still a pretty primitive town out here. We were a frontier town up in the Rocky Mountains. So this is, can't hear still? Yeah, it's cutting out. Closer. Okay. Maybe I just need to hold it closer. Okay. It's meant to be worn as a headset, but if I stand up and talk, the cord is a little short for me to actually wear as a headset. Okay, so I'll try like this. So this is our City Hall and our County Municipal Building. Pretty grand for a city hall for a city like Salt Lake City. So a couple of things I'll point out, and I'll actually talk about this building a little bit more, but the architectural style, it's built in a Gothic architectural style, has these beautiful spires on top. On top of the tallest spire, there is a statue of Lady Columbia. This is meant to mirror the statue of Lady Columbia on top of the national capitol, Lady Columbia being a symbol of freedom and of the Americas. And then you have this beautiful stonework around it as well. 1894 is when it finished. the date also kind of plays into the story a little bit. So I'll talk about this, the history of this building.